Hey everybody, welcome back to Power Mods. I got Mike Somerville in here.
How you doing, Luke?
I work with Mike, the fire hall. Worked with you many times.
Always a pleasure.
We have Mike in here with this new product lineup. We wanted to talk to everybody about it because it is important. This is like low-cost solutions to an issue that we could potentially run into. Why don't you tell us what it is?
Well, what they are, as you say, is a low-cost solution to carrying your emergency contact information and in some cases your emergency medical information.
Right. So, I see your product lineup here. We as first responders, we need to know about this because these things prompt us when we go to calls that we can access personal information when we need it.
Right.
If we go to a car accident, a snowmobile accident, a UTV, ATV, somebody running down the road, a cyclist,
That's right.
we are able to access the information that we need, medical history perhaps,
Yep.
but most importantly, contact information.
That's right.
Whoever you might have on your list of people to contact. Now, I just saw this one here. I grabbed it. I remember this from a long time ago when we first started on the fire department. We could get this vial of life.
It's called the vial of life, yeah.
Right, so you'd look in the freezer and the fridge and you could get the patient's information, somebody who might have a history, their medical information, their medications that they need.
Yeah.
But that sort of went away.
It did. These types of programs lose speed over time. Stakeholders that are involved in them feel they may have saturated the market, so they back off. Yeah, we've picked this back up again and with a couple of twists on it. So it's still the same old in terms of an emergency contact sheet with enough room to put your patient history as well as your medications in the vial. The vial goes inside your freezer. We've included a ice indicator sticker which goes on your front door, and this is important because this is what first responders are going to look for. It tells them that there's emergency contact or medical information in the residence. There's also a magnetic emergency contact card which goes on top of your freezer or goes on your freezer door and in plain view for responders to see.
Okay, so if somebody's hit their button, maybe you have an elderly relative, we go there, we see that information because we're looking for it all the time.
That's right.
We pass the information on to the paramedics and they pass that on to the doctors.
That's correct, and it's important at the scene that we gather this type of information as efficiently as possible, because in the end it's better for the patient that we can have this to
Right.
get to the hospital faster.
Now, from the power sports end of things, because this is what kind of I'm interested in, and a lot of people out there should be, it's the ability to have, if something goes wrong on my end of things, I wipe out on a trail somewhere, somebody says, who's this guy?
Yeah.
Who do I call?
Yeah.
Obviously, 911's been dispatched, that kind of thing. But you have these really cool little cases that go in your glove box.
Yeah.
And what's in here?
Okay, well, we took what the home ice, and we did that for your vehicle. So what comes in this case again is a indicator sticker which goes on your rear window. This tells first responders that emergency contact information or medical information is in your vehicle.
So you can go in a car, go on your UTV, on your snowmobile, and wherever you can find a place to put this.
Exactly. And inside the case it comes with 2 emergency contact cards. You fill one out and place it in your wallet. You fill the other one out, you keep it in the case. And then there's a ICE key tag which allows you to write 2 emergency contacts on the back. So those go on your ignition keys. So you basically have 4 indicators while you're driving down the road in your vehicle. One on the window, one in the glove box, one on your keys, one in your wallet.
Yeah, and a pretty handy little thing to carry your kit in too, right?
It is, there's enough room in there to put medical information if you were open to that, or your license, registration, insurance, lots of room for that.
Yeah. And I see these here, and I think this is really a cool idea.
Yeah, this is pretty slick. We actually came up with this ourselves. Everybody knows about ICE in case of emergency apps that you put on your phone where you list your emergency contacts. There are limitations with that. The phone's got to be working. You got to have battery power. You got to be within reception of a tower.
Well, when I go out in my snowmobile, my battery's dead in 15, 20 minutes, and then that's it, because it's just frozen, right?
So we came up with this 3M backed case, which adheres to the back of your case or your cell phone, much as mine does, and you fill in your emergency contacts on the back of that. So that if there's ever a problem with your phone,
Yeah, you can put it right in
then you
there.
can put it in.
And you
So
could probably pop a credit card in the back of that
you
too.
could do that too. There's 3 signature strips on the back, room for 3 contacts. That's all. These products are very durable, built to last, reflective in some cases, Tyvek materials, so it's good quality.
And then wristbands. Yeah, I see a lot of, well, you've probably already capitalized on this, but a lot of these products, very inexpensive
Yes.
and great.
Everything on the table here is less than $10. It ranges from $2.95 to $10.
Yeah, and this would be great for event planning. You know, if you're hosting some kind of event in your community, a run, for example,
Yeah.
bike race, you could set these up on everybody really cheap, and then
Exactly.
it also gets the word out there because, like I said, as first responders, whether it be full time or volunteer, we need to know when we see this ice in case of emergency that we can access that information.
That's correct. This item here, I'm wearing one right now. It's very light, it's highly reflective. It holds emergency contact information in here, and as we know, joggers, cyclists, they don't like to carry a lot of stuff. It's got to be light.
No, it's not paper.
No, that is again, it's a plastic insert, and when you use an ultrafine permanent marker, it adheres to it and will stay on there.
And same with your stickers. They're
That's correct, yeah. Everything's going to stay just as it is when you fill it out.
oh, what I see this here. What's this?
Yeah,
Pet.
we even have Pet Ice, which is a nice little product, but it's a front door indicator sticker. If first responders are called to your home, for instance in a fire, then you can list the name of your pet with the breed or the color and any other important information on the base.
Well, it is important that we do know there's pets in houses because, I don't know, you've probably seen this. We will have a house fire, everybody's out, perhaps a family's in an ambulance, and all of a sudden a dog or a cat comes running out.
Right, and this has been a recent development, but in the last 10 years, we carry animal resuscitation kits on our
That's right.
rigs. So there's been instances here in Ottawa where they've actually been used on
Yeah.
pets.
Yeah, that's right. And what else do you have? Just want to make sure we cover everything. Oh, helmet identifiers for kids,
Yeah.
Motorcyclists, motocross guys, snowmobilers, helmet identifiers?
Yeah, outstanding. Again, it's got the ice indicator sticker, which goes on the exterior of the helmet. Again, it tells first responders that there's emergency contact information close by. And then we encourage people to put this on the inside of their helmet where possible. It's got room for 2 emergency contacts. It's great for cyclists, kids, boarders, inline skaters, hockey helmets, ATVs, snowmobilers. Great application.
Well, as a parent, when the kids get on the bike, you're nervous anyway when you're not with them.
Absolutely.
I don't think that ever changes. I think my mom's still nervous when I do my thing. But, it's hard to carry identification when you're out on a
It
bike.
is, and you're not thinking about it. So it's great when you just take the couple minutes to do it and check it annually when you check over the kid's helmet or you look at your helmet to.
Well, the worst case scenario just happened here in Ottawa.
It did. Unfortunately, a jogger had collapsed while running on the canal, and things didn't go very well for him. He had no identification on him, and he was in hospital for 2 days.
Yeah.
And it didn't, as I said, it didn't end well for him.
Yeah, so he succumbed to his injuries and they had no way to identify
No.
who he was. And this happened several years ago in Ottawa as well. A rollerblader went down and it was 2 or 3 weeks before they figured out who he was.
These are the stories that come up in the media, but we know we deal with them all the time. It's just, again, it just reinforces that the simple steps that people can take to make things a little easier on them. We can do our job that much better, and at the end of the day, they come out on the other side that much better.
Oh, very good. So yeah, very cost effective. Oh, what's this?
These is the key tag, ice tags. I wanted to mention these because these are very versatile. They're not just for your keys. They can be put on backpacks, again, for your kids, or sports bags.
Traveling.
Traveling, you can put a carabiner on it and use it, quick click, on and off. If you have kids that are staying over, you're responsible for them, you know, you're going on an outing. It's a very versatile, ideal for all kinds of applications.
Oh, great. Well, I know I'll be using these products. We go to some pretty remote places,
Yeah.
and I'll tell everybody about them. It's important for me as somebody who utilizes this, but also as a first responder. Mike, thanks very much for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you for having us in.
Okay.